If you look at the history of humanity, whether it's been the end of slavery to the resistance to colonialism, whether it's been even basic things like the right to vote or the right to join a union, those have been won by people coming together, collective action, collective power. It's only people that have moved the dial of history from injustice to justice.
It's what happens out on the street that makes real change. We changed the dialogue and the discussion on the question of migrant rights because people have protested about it and because politicians like me listen to those voices and those protesters.
In the Philippines, we have a word for it. We call it the parliament of the streets. Because even before anything comes to any negotiation or any bilateral discussions between groups and government, it was first heard on the streets, strengthened by people coming together, exchanging views and mobilizing, organizing, educating each other and collectively pushing for what they feel and think and will improve the life of many people, not just themselves.
Do I think marches are going to save us? No. But that doesn't mean that they're not important. Bringing people into the streets together to celebrate our joy and to come together in our grief and to chant and to sing and to play drums and to make noise and to make the people in those buildings over there and in those five-star hotels very uncomfortable, that is important.
I really believe in the power of people. At the end of the day, people in power aren't as powerful as the power in people because most of them need voters. And if they can see where the crowds are going, they can see the status quo changing, then they have to change with it, otherwise they'll be left behind.
Our job is not just to march once, but it's to build a movement at grassroots level, at national level and at a global level.
Somos mulheres originárias, reflorestando mentes para a cura da terra. Reflorestando mentes para a cura da terra.
It's really important to say that there's a diversity of people participating, speaking up, mobilizing, bringing their signs to say how much it's important for us to change the system that are oppressing people.
And that's evident here today. It's raining, it's cold, it's windy, but people are here because we know it's for the greater good.
I think you really can feel the fighting spirit among the people, basically making the fire bigger and bigger and the momentum as well. That's what I feel here.
The importance of coming together in solidarity, no matter what our group is, no matter what our background is, that's really important because we have solidarity with each other and coalition with each other in a way that governments do not.
And solidarity has been the fundamental glue that has held people together. We have to rebuild that because we've had decades of neoliberalism which have told us don't care for anybody else, only think about yourself, only worry about yourself. And the pandemic has shown that's not how a society can cope with these crises. What we rely on is each other.
The most important thing is making effects and changes in our communities, in our societies, in our families, with ourselves.
As an individual, I've experienced how much change and how much impact you can create yourself. And if you find the courage to make the first step, meeting people, that is where the change is happening.
Change never came from the politicians. It always came from the people. We are the people. And we need to continue with these movements because that's the only way that politicians will change.
Ihatu Sholola! Ihatu Sholola! Ihatu Sholola! Ihatu Sholola!
Keep organizing, keep mobilizing, keep creating solutions. We as indigenous peoples and indigenous communities are life solutions to the climate crisis.
At the end of the day, the fight for climate justice, it's not about science, it's not about policy and statistics. It's about people, it's about homes. That's why I'm here. I'm here to protect my home.
There are a million reasons not to join a march. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't engage with the movement. People who are immunocompromised, people who have other accessibility needs, people who can't afford to strike on a Friday because they have to go to school or they have to go to work or whatever. Those people may not join our marches, but a lot of them are still behind us and we still value them as part of our movement. And to people who actively aren't joining, I hope you join the next one. It's as simple as that.